on Premier League game week 36 prediction. Hello guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today I'm going to be doing my game week 36 Premier League predictions, and yeah, it's going to be fascinating. And let's see what I got last week. I got an overall points of 12, which is actually pretty good. I got the Watford Burnley correct, the Villa Norwich correct, the Tottenham Leicester correct, and then I got a few 1-pointers, 3 1-pointers. So yeah, I did alright. 12 points. We may be doing a prediction league next season, so watch out for that, where I'll bring guests in and we do like a me versus guests type thing. So if you want to see that, I can get it to you. But yeah, should we get on with the first game, which is Brentford versus Southampton? And Brentford look good. They look alright. Yeah, they lost 3-0 to Manchester United, and honestly, Man U looked brilliant. And I can't deny that. Man United just look brilliant, didn't they? And even Liverpool City fans can't even deny that, because they did. They played absolutely phenomenal football, Man United, and Brentford were unlucky to be the team where they actually play all right. You know, Southampton just getting a last minute, conceding in the last minute to Crystal Palace to lose 2-1. Brentford getting backed by Man United. I'm going to back Southampton here, just 2-1 Southampton. James Ward-Prowse may get another free kick goal. You know, he is just one of the best at free kicks. They've got a few decent players. Shea Adams, Danny Ings, you know, missing, didn't really affect them, which is good for their confidence. It's 14th versus 15th, both on 40 points. Both safe, but this is where they just need to get a few more points under their belt, and they'll definitely be safe. Moving on to the next game, which is Burnley versus Villa, and Villa just getting a 2-0 win over Norwich. You know, being a really poor form, Villa getting a win in their, they haven't got a win in their last 6. That was their win in their last 6. Which, yeah, it's not good for Villa. Villa don't look on good form. You know, Steven Gerrard had a good effect at the start, but now declining. And, you know, Jurgen Klopp getting a contract extension. I think his thoughts, his plan, maybe not has gone as well as he expected it to go. I think he will try. He's going to try and get the Liverpool job, isn't he? I don't blame him, to be fair. But yeah, this Burnley side under Michael Jackson has been absolutely world class. I think he's had 4 games and he hasn't lost in either of them. 1-3, drew 1. You know, they came back late to beat Watford 2-1. An 83rd minute and an 86th minute winner. 2 goals in 3 minutes to win the game. And Villa getting a 2-0 win to relegate Norwich. So both teams looking alright, looking decent. Honestly, I don't see a winner in this. And Villa fans may be a bit disheartened. But honestly, I think Burnley will go, they wouldn't lose in 5 games. They're going to go for Burnley 1, Villa 1. And, you know, Villa, you know, they were sort of looking the eye of relegation. They're not really anymore. If they had lost against Norwich, they would have been 5 points off relegation. But they beat Norwich and are 8 points off relegation. And Burnley, with a few wins under their belt, are 16th and they're looking decent. So a draw here, I think, could do it for Burnley. But yeah, moving on to Chelsea versus Wolves. And Chelsea are poor. They are very, very poor. You know, the last game they played against Everton, they lost 1-0. Pretty embarrassing. And Wolves getting battered by Brighton 3-0, which is definitely a bit surprising. Chelsea just need to get a few more wins in their belt and they can definitely secure that 3rd place spot. But they're not getting 2nd or 1st. No way. It's just about 3rd. Maybe even staying in Champions League spots. How far away? They're staying in Champions League. They got 4 games to hold 5 points. To be fair, they keep doing what they're doing. They might not be in Champions League football. But Chelsea, you know, Wolves are in pretty poor form going into this game. They sit 8th with 4 losses in the last 5, which is hideous, with Chelsea having 2 wins, 2 losses, and a draw in their last 5, which is not as shocking, but it's still pretty poor. No, I just based on Chelsea. I think they have enough creativity to try and break the back line of Wolves and go 2-1 Chelsea. They need to win. They need to get their confidence up. Chelsea going into the FA Cup final a week on Saturday, so the 15th of May. So it's going to be interesting. No, next Sunday. Is it the 5th of May? FA Cup. Is it the 5th of May? No, the 15th of May. Let me see. Pretty nice, I don't need that. No, 14th. Oh, it's the 4th. Yeah, so a week on Saturday, it's the 14th. So the 14th of May, can they win it? I know, but I need confidence for that game. And I don't know. Moving on to Crystal Palace versus Watford. Yeah, pretty dead game, to be fair. Watford are pretty much relegated. How many points are they on? They're on 22 points. I think if they lose this game and Everton pick up a win here, they're relegated. They're at 12 points in 3 games, so they are relegated. If they lose this game and Everton win against... Who they got? Against Leicester, then Watford are relegated, and that's a real shame for Watford fans. But yeah, let's see, can Watford get the win here? Palace look good. Palace under Vieira looks brilliant. They're 12th, they're mid-table, they look good. Eze get on the score sheet last game, which really counts. They went 1-0 down to Southampton. They came back. They had that mentality, that creativity about them to get 2 goals and to win the game, not comfortably, but win the game late on. Again in St Mary's. Palace look alright. Especially they look better this season than last season. That's for sure. For me, Crystal Palace 1. Watford 0, and that could relegate them. You have to see my Leicester Everton prediction, but yeah, that could relegate them. Moving on to Brighton versus Manchester United and Man U. They played fantastic against Brentford, and they had banners. They were going to turn up 17 minutes late and leave 17 minutes early to do this protest against the Glazers. And they still had the banner up in the 74th minute. So clearly Man United were doing something well. They dropped Harry Maguire. They dropped Rashford, and it just looked better. They played the oldies. They played Matic and Mata and all that, and they won the game in the end. 3-0 comfortably. Really good football from Manchester United. And could that give them the boost to go away to Brighton, who had just played fantastic football against Wolves, 3-0 away as well. Man United were home, so it's interesting. Can Brighton do something and upset Man United? It won't really be that big of an upset, but yeah. Brighton, they just look good. United look quite good now, and Champions League football, I don't think they will get it. Yeah, so Brighton played really good football against Wolves. I don't know. Can Brighton upset United? I don't see it happening. I'm going to say Brighton 0, Manchester United 2. Man United just look good. Ronnie looks good. Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes looks alright. They play Mata and Matic, they'll win again. And they play the centre-back partnership of Lindelof and Varane, not Lindelof and Maguire, Varane or Maguire, because Maguire may not be entirely his fault, but when they play, they just lose. So, for me, 2-0 Man United. Moving on to the game at 7:45. Liverpool versus Tottenham. A later game, an interesting game. What's going on? Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Liverpool, they have to win. They have to win. They currently sit second. They lose. City win. That's a 4-point gap in 3 games to go. City can celebrate. No, not celebrate, but pretty much celebrate. Liverpool have to win, and they're playing a very good Tottenham, chasing Champions League football, trying to get Champions League football, trying to win every game comes. It's going to be really tight for Liverpool. City got Newcastle, and we'll talk about that then when we get to that. But Newcastle don't really have much to play for. They don't have anything to play for. But let's talk about goal difference. If City lose, Liverpool draw, Liverpool are on top on goal difference. There's 1 goal difference separating these two sides. It's mad. Honestly, Liverpool just look so good. City look so good. And those two sides are way, way above everyone else in the Premier League. It's City, Liverpool, then like a massive, massive 10-metre drop. And then it's Chelsea, Arsenal, and Tottenham. It's unreal. And neck and neck. We've seen like that 2017-18 season when there was like 98 points and 97 points or something like that. It's unreal. For me, I'm going to go, can Liverpool keep the pressure on City? Can Liverpool bring the pressure onto City on the next day? Yes, I think they will. 2-1 Liverpool for me. I think Mo Salah could get a goal. They're playing tonight in the Champions League, so let's see how well they do then. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Moving on to Norwich versus West Ham. And Norwich already relegated. Norwich play a really strong West Ham, who are playing on Thursday. This is when the day will be uploaded. It will be Thursday. I'm making this on Tuesday. So the Liverpool Villarreal will be playing today. When it's uploaded, West Ham will be playing Frankfurt. So I don't even know if West Ham will beat Frankfurt. Can West Ham beat Frankfurt? Who knows? For me, West Ham just look too good. They're fighting for Europa League. At the moment, they sit 7th in Conference League. They need to watch behind their shoulders. Because let's say West Ham beat Frankfurt and then win in the final, and they already have Champions League football. They don't even need to worry about the Premier League. So that's what I think they're doing. They're definitely doing that. And they should do that. They're properly focusing on the Europa League, and they need to do that because the Champions League in the Premier League is way over for them. So, they're 11 points off in about 3 games. It's unreal. They will never get that. They can't get that. So it's going to be interesting. For me, I'm going to go Norwich 0, West Ham 3. A dominant performance from West Ham. They won't really try in the Premier League. They have to just beat Frankfurt on Thursday. They beat Frankfurt on Thursday. They're vibing. Moving on to Leicester City versus Everton. And Everton win this game because I predicted Watford to lose. Everton, and I think Watford probably will lose unless they do something really magical. If Everton get at least a point, I think Watford are relegated, aren't they? Let's say Everton get a point 33. They lose 11 points in 3 games. Yeah. I think then no, they're not. They have 4 games, don't they? But then they have 3 games and be 11 points off. So they have to win Watford against Palace. But Everton. What a win against Chelsea. That win against Chelsea has made Leeds have to win their games, which is interesting. It's massive, for sure. Leicester. Well, Leicester have had a pretty awful season. They could still get Europa League if they win the Conference League. So not too much going on. Leicester, they look good. They don't really. They look alright. They're mid-table now. The last 2 seasons they've been pushing Champions League and probably should be getting Champions League. They're now 11th. Which is, pretty embarrassing. And Everton, they have to win. They have to win to keep the pressure on Leeds. They draw and Leeds lose. That's Everton still have a game in hand with 1 point. They win that game in hand, they're above Leeds, and Leeds could be going down. I think Leeds can be going down. We'll go Leicester City 2, Everton 2. I think it'll be a corker. That game against Chelsea has really boosted Everton, and I think they can survive now. Moving on to Arsenal versus Leeds, an absolute corker and a must-win for Leeds United. Now they started with their new manager, they lost the American manager, they lost their first two, then they went on a winning bounce, and now they're down there. They're 2 points off safety. It's looking absolutely horrendously for Leeds United, and they could be going down with Watford and Norwich. We all thought second season syndrome wouldn't happen with Leeds, and clearly it has. And Arsenal, they needing top four with Tottenham. For me, Tottenham losing, Arsenal could go 5 points clear, and they would probably get top four. Arsenal and Tottenham have to settle for Europa League football. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Can Leeds United find a way? Because you never know in the Premier League. Leeds can beat Arsenal. I don't think they will. I think Arsenal will comfortably win this game 3-1. But you never know. It could actually happen, and you've got to watch out for. Arsenal can't just rest and just relax. They have to go for it. They have to just win this game comfortably. Just thrash Leeds. It doesn't matter if 7-0, 7-0. You've won 7-0. Good for your goal difference. You've won the game. You've pretty much secured Europa League, Champions League football. That's what you need to do. Moving on to the last game. That's Man City Newcastle. And for me, Liverpool winning. City under the cosh, under the pressure. And can City win this game? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not going to do the double game week. I'm just going to do game week 46. Game week 36. Man City just look too good. Honestly, Newcastle have been brilliant. And hats off to Newcastle. Just give them a round of applause. Just hats off to you. Because what you've done is remarkable from where you were to now. It's unthinkable. But if you played Liverpool, you only lost 1-0. Now you're playing City away from home. It's going to be really hard for Newcastle to come back. City have Foden, Grealish. He hasn't really lived up to expectations, Grealish, which is a bit of a shame for City fans. He hasn't really lived up to 100 mil. He never was. They definitely overpriced him. But for me, I'm going to go for Manchester City 2, Newcastle 1. So yeah, that wraps up the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.